Hey, this is Heather. Wanted to get out of the kitchen today. Contrary to popular belief, I don't like spending all my time in the kitchen. I actually don't always enjoy cooking, which is something that not a lot of people know about me, since I post cooking videos all the time. I love making healthy food for myself. I love being in control of what I'm putting together, what I'm putting in my mouth, the flavors that I'm using, making sure that it's super flavorful. But I don't like when cooking is something that I have to do every day. When it starts feeling forced, I start getting bored. And I was thinking about this because I was talking with a client last week, and we've been working on slowly incorporating certain meals into her life, and she's struggling with not wanting to actually cook the food. And I can totally relate because I don't always love cooking all day. In fact, I never like cooking all day. Maybe on the rare occasion when I'm getting ready for some kind of party or something and I'm making all kinds of fun stuff. But I don't want to be spending all my time in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, all that kind of stuff. So we were trying to come up with ways to make kitchen time more fun. One of the things I do personally is I will leave my dishes for the day, and then at the end of the day, when I'm ready to mentally shut off from work, I will take out my tablet, turn on Netflix, get a show going while I'm doing the dishes from the day. I'll also do that while I'm getting dinner ready, so while I'm chopping vegetables, which usually takes, 15 minutes while you're cooking a meal, I'll put on a show. It makes it a lot more relaxing and fun, and it takes my brain off of I'm just doing a task. You know what I mean? And because I know what I'm doing in the kitchen, I can do that. I can shut off my brain and just do. Another thing that might help is to come up with a list of go-tos. So I have staple recipes that I turn to all the time, like pita pizzas, like just a bowl with a bunch of veggies on top of quinoa or buckwheat or something with a nice sauce. I have these go-tos in the back of my head that I just know how to make, that are easy. I don't have to think about it. This is when we run into problems, is we have to think about it too much. When you have to think about it, then it's effort, and we don't want to spend more effort than we have to, right? So come up with a bank of, say, 3 meals that you could just make off the top of your head, the drop of a hat. Whatever's in your kitchen, you can throw together a meal. Then you could have one night per week where you're experimenting, where you're trying a new recipe, you're trying a new kind of meal, you're playing with something that's a little bit more time intensive. But don't feel like you have to do that every night, because then it gets overwhelming. And then have one night a week where you do something fun. So burger night, pizza night, pasta night, whatever you want to do that's fun. So you have your staples, your go-tos that you know how to make all the time, and you have an experimentation night, and you have a fun night. Maybe build your own. Tacos are a great one to do that for. You do the taco base of black beans with seasonings, you have all kinds of veggies, all kinds of toppings, and then you can build your own as you go. And then my final tip is to learn how to cook. Learn how to cook, learn the basics, the understanding of how to cook so you can improvise. Because that's where a lot of my ease in the kitchen comes from, is that I know how to cook. I took a cooking class to understand the process behind the cooking so that I don't have to always follow a recipe, because that's when it gets tiring for me, is when I have to search out a recipe, when I have to choose which one I'm going to do, when I have to make sure I have all the ingredients on hand. Whew, it takes a long time. It's frustrating. So that's why I offer vegan cooking classes online, so that you can learn how to cook, so you can learn how to improvise, so you can make kitchen time more fun because you're not constrained. And your brain can be working in the background once you understand stuff to put a meal together without having to think, okay, step 1, I'm going to follow this written direction of what to do. Step 2, I'm going to do this. Oh wait, I don't have cucumber today. What am I going to do because I can't make this recipe? If you understand how to put a meal together, you can swap cucumber for something else. You can swap flavors for something else. If you're getting bored of a certain meal, you can improvise. So that's what I teach in my cooking classes. More information at a link down below this video. And essentially what I think it comes down to is this. As I said, we don't really want to have to think too much. We don't have to want to put in too much effort. And we can make things easier over time by using tricks like this. But at a certain point, we do have to say, listen, I want something for myself that involves changing how I do things. And anytime we change how we're going to do things, there is some effort involved in that change. So I can make a meal in no time flat on a daily basis without having to put in too much effort, only because I've spent years doing this. So that is my habit. As soon as you're trying to change something, you're trying to create a new habit. The thing that you've done in the past is easy because you've been doing it for so long. The new thing that you're trying to do is hard because you have to think about it. You have to put in effort. But if we do that over and over, if we use tricks to make it easier or make us happier while we're doing it, then over time, those new things that you're trying to do, you'll have to think about a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less, and then it feels like a little bit less effort, a little bit less effort. Then it becomes a habit. Then it becomes your new habit. That's when we find you in your new life, enjoying it fully. Sometimes we have to do stuff that sucks in the short term in order to get to a good place in the long term. My friend and I, when we go out for runs on Sundays, long runs, there's always a hill somewhere. When we're going up that hill, we say to each other, this is the suckiest part of my day, and we are awesome for having got through this. So if you can acknowledge that there are going to be sucky times, but that you are awesome for pushing through it, and eventually get to that place where you have those new habits ingrained, all is good, that is the path forward. So, hope something in there was helpful for you, one of those 5 tips. You'll find a written version on my website if you click down below to go through that. You'll also find a series that you can join, free, that will take you through 7 days of up-leveling your health. So getting to that next level of healthiness by infusing new habits into your day. Leave me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. Sometimes we're in the kitchen making vegan recipes. Sometimes we're hanging out outside talking about vegan nutrition or motivation like this. And sometimes we're just doing something random, like talking to a friend on a live Google Hangout about vegan pressure cooking or something like that. So click subscribe and you will get the new videos every time I post them. If you do that, I'll see you again soon. Bye. Wait, hang on. I have one more thing. I filmed that, came home, transferred it to my computer, watched the video, realized I forgot to share my bonus thought with you. So I gave you 5 tips of how to cook even when you don't feel like it. It's hard to keep ourselves motivated when we're just thinking about ourselves. If we can start to think beyond ourselves, we find this whole new level of motivation that can keep us doing things even when it sucks. I think about this often in terms of how what I choose to buy, whether it's to eat or whether it's to consume in other ways, what I choose to buy has an impact on the planet, on our ecosystem, has an impact on the lives of animals, has an impact on the lives of other people. Whoever's producing it, whoever lives around the factory that's produced it, huge impact. When I think about those things, that is a huge motivation for me to do stuff even if it sucks. Thinking about my own health only takes me so far. If I think about you watching right now, that motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing, both in my own life and to show you through videos. When I think about the people around me, my family, people that I have inspired to shift to a healthier way of life, to shift to a more vegan way of life, that's inspiring. So I want to keep doing that. So if you think in your life about the people that you affect outside of yourself, if you think not just of your own health, but A, being healthy so that you can take care of others in your life better, and B, being an inspiration, showing them a positive example. Kids watch what we do, and they pick up on our habits. So if we're doing things, they will see it, and they will copy us. So if you can be a positive role model, you'll not only influence your own health and be able to take care of people better, you'll influence the habits of those who are watching you. So That's it. That's my bonus thought. I know it's a bit high level, but for those of you who are still watching, I think you're pretty much there already. I just wanted to share that, help give you that extra little push. Start thinking beyond yourself and you'll find a whole new world of motivation to stick with stuff even when it sucks. All right, thanks for listening. Thanks for always watching. We'll talk again soon. Bye.